So today we are going to create a keychain. So what you're going to start on, you're going to open up Inventor. You're going to click on new part right here. We're going to create our three-dimensional part. So we're going to start by going up to the upper left-hand corner and selecting this 2D sketch. And here are our X, Y, and Z planes here. It doesn't matter which one you click on. We're going to click on this one here. Then we're going to go up to the rectangle tool up here. You're going to click there, click, release your mouse, and then you'll be able to drag down. Doesn't matter what size right now, we're just going to create a rectangle. Okay, now we'll zoom out, and then we're going to click on this dimension tool up in the top here, and we're going to size out a rectangle. So we're going to make a 3-inch by 2-inch keychain. So we'll click in place, and we're going to type in our dimension. So I'll type in 3 there, and then hit enter or that little green check. And then it sizes up our rectangle. And then I'm going to also dimension this side to 2. I'm going to type in 2 and then hit enter. And now I have a 3 by 2 rectangle, which is the size that I want my keychain to be. Then I'm going to click Finish Sketch. Notice it disappeared, so we just got to zoom out. And we can always click this Zoom to Fit right here, and it moves the cursor where it needs to be. Now I want to give my two-dimensional object a third dimension, so I'm going to come to the 3D Model tab and click Extrude, and now it automatically brings up this box here. It might appear like this. You can do this little drop down, and we can type in our distance we want to extrude that. We're going to extrude it 1/4 inch, so we're going to up here, we can type in 0.25, which is our 1/4 inch tab. Notice that shrank back, and then click OK. And now I have my 2D or my 3-dimensional tag right now. I'm going to now add text. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this face where I'm going to add my text. And I'm going to go to the text tool here, click, and this window will pop up. And I'm going to type in my text. So I'm going to type in my name. And then if you notice right now, it defaults to 0.12 inches. I'm going to change that to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to type in 0.4. And that's going to size mine up. I'm also going to bold mine. And then I can center it. And then I'm happy with that. If you want to change your fonts here, you can change your fonts and you can play around with your sizes depending on how long your name is and how it best fits in here. So there you have it. Now notice my text is still selected. So what I'm going to do is hit the escape key on my keyboard. And that deselects text. And now I can just click and drag this to place that on where I want it to be. So let's say I'm not happy with the size. I want it to be bigger. Double click on it. Highlight my text. Let's make it a 1/2 inch tall. 0.5. There we go. And it enlarged it. And I can drag that in where I want it to be. And remember, I'm going to place a hole over here. So I'm going to click Finish Sketch. And then I am going to bring dimension, a third dimension to my text. So I'm going to click the Emboss tool. I'm going to select my text. And it doesn't matter the depth, 0.01 or 0.1. 0.01 is fine too. It doesn't matter. Either one will work. And that gives dimension to my text now. So you can see my text is brought forward just a little bit. So the last step would be to place my hole in for my keychain. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this face again. Just click on my circle, place in a circle. I'm going to dimension that circle and make it a 1/4 inch, 0.25. And then I'm going to hit escape to get out of the dimension function. And then I can just click and drag that circle to place it approximately where I want it on my keychain. Okay? Then all I do is hit Finish Sketch. And again, I go to the Extrude tool. And notice it wants to add on to that. I don't want to do that. So right here, I want to click on the center box here. And if you hover over it, or click on it, you notice that it now cuts through. You see the little simulation there. The center box is depressed, and then click OK. And now you can see that your hole is made through your keychain. Okay. Lastly, I'm going to round off some of my edges. So I'm going to use the Fillet tool. And this function will pop up, and I'm going to round off each of my corners. So I'm going to type in, let's type in a fillet of 0.3. And I can come to each of my corners and select my corners tab. So notice I'm rotating it. You can also click on this box and just click on the different corners to rotate the corners around of your view cube. up here. So you can rotate around by clicking on these corners to see where it is. So now that I have all my corners set where I want, now I just hit apply, and there you go. Now I have my keychain 3D part completed. Now I'm going to hit File, Save. I'm going to save it as your name, keychain, and save it under your U drive. And hit save. And there you go. You are finished.